Welcome to Rated 10. For this list, we'll be looking at our top picks for the top 10 most extreme sports. We'll be selecting from sports with a great amount of physical danger involved. Number 10. Wingsuit flying. Considered one of the most dangerous extreme sports, wingsuit flying involves jumping from a high altitude and gliding through the air in a special suit. Developed in the late 20th century, this sport has resulted in several fatalities due to its high-risk nature.
Énorme. Allez les gars, on va tout droit et on passe dans le curated. Dans le curated.
Number 9. Free solo climbing. This sport involves climbing without the use of a safety harness or ropes. It gained worldwide attention after the documentary Free Solo, which documented Alex's climb up the El Capitan in Yosemite National Park.
Alex, you just look up, because if anything falls down while I'm rigging, it'll kill you.
Perfect.
Number 8. Big wave surfing. Surfers tackle waves over 20 feet tall. Legendary surfer Lade Hamilton is credited with popularizing the sport in the 90s, and it has since gained a massive following. Number 7. Cave diving. Divers explore underwater caves, facing risks like hypothermia, decompression sickness, and getting lost. Sheck Exley, a pioneer of his sport, lost his life during a record-breaking dive in 1994.
We explored unusual formations called cave bells, formed by bacteria. But the toxic hydrogen sulfide layer prevented us from going too deep to explore much of the cave.
Number 6. BMX racing. A form of off-road bicycle racing. BMX started in the late 1960s in California and has since gained popularity, even becoming an Olympic sport in 2008.
Samuel O'Grady, it is. Then we've got Bill Woodward right there in the 4 spot. Then we go back to Lander. And I tell you what, Julian doing a good job also. But your leader at the moment is looking good. Great move there.
Number 5. Base jumping. Base jumping involves parachuting or wingsuit flying from a fixed structure or cliff. Developed in the late 20th century, it's considered dangerous due to low altitudes and close proximity to structures.
Mucho, mucho!
Number 4. Ice climbing. Climbers ascend ice formations like frozen waterfalls and cliffs. It gained popularity in the late 20th century with the development of better gear and techniques. Number 3. Street luge. Participants lie down on a sled and speed downhill on roads. Originating in Southern California in the 1970s, this sport gained recognition after being featured in the X Games. Number 2. Highlining. A variation of slacklining, highlining involves balancing on a narrow, flexible piece of webbing set up high above the ground. It originated in the rock climbing community of Yosemite National Park in the late 80s.
Is over 3,200 feet high, and the line is more than 100 feet long.
Number 1. Volcano surfing. Participants slide down volcano slopes on a metal board. This sport was invented in Nicaragua by an Australian thrill seeker in the late 1990s. It's as dangerous as it sounds, with participants exposed to rough volcanic ash and potential eruptions.
To at least, I would say 30 to 40 miles. And there are some places where you do see kind of that powdery volcanic ash, but for the most part, it's actually like small rocks that you sled down.
Do you agree with our list? If not, what would your list be? Subscribe to our channel with the bell on to be kept up to date with all of our future content.